Ethan Frome, the way we're portraying it, is a sparse and cold place full of characters who have deep emotions and are usually very much repressed.
Setting is very important in this play. It does, it takes place in this small Massachusetts town in the dead of winter.
We're in the same season, so we can relate to the coldness and how that can affect how we act and how we feel.
The machinations of small town life definitely have a larger impact because there's nothing else to do. And when people are bored, people sometimes can become awful.
There are some relationships where there is truth and they do understand, but they're not able to express it.
I'm fascinated by characters that don't communicate. I mean, because I think that that's a huge issue in life in general. I'm always engaged in trying to figure out why they're holding back from something or how they communicate differently with the world.
The relationship between Ethan and Maddie and the relationship between Ethan and Xena, those are the two biggest ones I think that stick out to me. So just how different they are.
He's definitely a character that doesn't see the world the same way as his wife, but he sees the world the same way as Maddie. And I think that creates an engaging conflict.
Everyone's kind of in their own winters, if I could use that metaphor, and it's so hard to reach each other.
It's like keeping up with appearances, and I think there is a bit of that, but the problem is that they can't do that because they've gone through so much strife and so much misfortune.
That kind of concept of doing things and acting in a way based on what other people are thinking or other people are saying about you is such a driving force and really a universal, timeless idea.
I think that Ethan is wary of all of that and is less interested in that.
I'm hoping that the audience members will really have a sense of who these characters are and real empathy for them.
I often think about, when I'm reading lines and going through the character, I think about that phrase if you want to like somebody, learn about their life, or have them tell you a story about themselves.
What we're trying to discover are the what ifs, the little moments when people do connect, and how sad it is that it doesn't end with connection, but that they're trying to connect.
It's kind of dismal. But it's also so beautiful.
On its surface, it's sort of a drama about a love story. But underneath all of that, I think it's a play that's talking about what happens when we feel trapped or what happens when we fail to communicate. And I think that's super important to just think about.
Really at the heart of the play, it's about how humans interact with each other and interact with themselves and experience the world around them based on kind of their perspective.
It's a mystery. You want to know, who is Ethan Frome? What happened to him? So everyone's alluding to something really, really intense that happened way back when he was in his 20s. You just want to know what that was.
A lot of people said that they read the book when they're in middle school or high school, and I never did, and I think it's important as someone from New England that I have and that I'm exposed to this good writing and this creative process.
We're going to have wine and beer and snacks. Even though the setting is cold, we're going to warm up in the auditorium.
It's going to be great.